Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for taking a minute just to check out my videos. For those of you who are new here, thank you. Go ahead, subscribe. Thumbs up, like the video, share it if you feel so inclined. And guys, for those of you who've been following me for a minute, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for supporting, thank you for sharing my content. I think I'm at like 56 subscribers, and I know it's not a big deal or nothing, but it really means a lot. So yeah, anyway, I put out these videos Thursdays and Sundays. Sundays is more the motivation stuff. Thursdays is more the behind the scenes, the business stuff. Any events I go to, I'll take you guys with me, and also some get to know me vlogs, because I figure, you know what, I'm here giving y'all advice, telling you things, you know, being all positive and inspiring and whatnot. And I think you guys will resonate with me better if you know me. If you know a bit more about me, what I'm all about, background, little things like that, little quirks and stuff. I feel like it's more authentic. I'm an open book. I'm all about being more vulnerable and authentic with you guys and just sharing my truth. So yeah, I found some more questions online. So we're doing another get to know me vlog today. I just have my tablet here. I'm gonna like look down. There's literally 371 questions on this list. I'm not answering those, not all of them. By the way, if you guys have a question, feel free. You can either comment below, you can follow me on social media, either _ it's Sarah Watson or the Unchained CEO. Feel free, DM me, send me some info, let me know what you guys are all doing, what you're about. But if you have a question, I'm here to help too. I feel like the experiences that I've been through with my primary business and starting a new business and just life experiences, if I can help someone in any way, then I'm here to do that. That's what I'm here to do. So if you have a question, it's not weird to me if you reach out on social media and just send me a message, and I'll do my best to respond as quickly as I can and answer your question as best as I can. So most of you already know my name is Sarah. So that's easy. What does your name mean? Well, I know in Hebrew it means princess. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? It's funny because when I was younger, I would have loved to have changed my name, because so I'm from Toronto. There's a answer to another question. I'm from Toronto, Canada. And when I was growing up here, elementary school and the first year of high school, my name is really popular. Like, my 8th grade class, I had 2 or 3 other Sarahs in my class. So we all went by Sarah and our last initial, our first initial of our last name, so that people could distinguish us, like if they were calling out to us or whatever. So when I was growing up as a kid, I kind of didn't like the idea of having such a common name. Everybody had my name. So it wasn't until I moved to Jamaica when I was 14 going on 15, and then I was in a school where there was only one other Sarah, and there were hundreds of people in this school. One other Sarah, and she didn't even spell her name like mine. Hers was Sarah Lee, so a Sarah without the H, and mine was just Sarah. And I was like, wow. And when people would ask me what my name was, aside from them singing a song every single time, Jamaican people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And aside from that, it like everyone was like, oh, that's such a nice name, because it was not a common name in Jamaica. Not at that time anyways. I don't know if it's changed a bit, but it wasn't common back in my day. So it was a contrast, and I think having the experience of both having a really, really popular name and having a unique name, maybe just embrace the fact that, you know what, everything is kind of based on that time and that moment. Like, things change so quickly. One minute you feel like your name is too common and you want to change it, and the next minute it's like the most unique thing anyone's heard. So I just grew to love my name, and I love it. And no, I won't change my name. Where are you from? I said that. Toronto, Canada. I was born in Toronto. I grew up in Jamaica for 6 years of my life. I was there from the time I was, so like 14 going on 15 to I think 20 going on 21. Something like that. So I moved back to Toronto in my early 20s. Which of your parents are you closest to? Okay, so I didn't have my dad in my life for a number of years growing up. So he was around like when I was like really small, and then for a period of time he wasn't around. So obviously my mom is the person I'm closest to in terms of my parents. But over the last 6 years, my dad and I have reconnected, and our relationship is probably stronger than it was even when I was a kid. So stages, but my mom, I'm still closest to my mom. Which of your parents are you more like? Well, after reconnecting with my dad, I realized little things about me that I never noticed in any of my other family members. And I always, like, growing up, I thought I was adopted. I'm not even gonna lie. I asked my mom. I did. I asked her. I was like, you know, I know this might be hard for you, but I'm old enough now, so you can tell me. If I'm adopted, you can tell me. I can totally handle it. Like, I kid you not, I said this to her. That's how I know I get my sarcastic sense of humor from my mother, because when she replied, she's like, yeah, I think it's time I tell you. And for a moment there I was like, what? She's really gonna tell me I'm adopted? But she didn't. She's like, no. So I get that from my mom. And from my dad, he's very, very, very analytical. Like, oh my goodness. You just have to go to my dad and say, hey, how are you? Or what's up? Like, just a regular greeting. And I'm telling you, this man will turn this, hey, what's up, into a political discussion or religious discussion. Like, everything will be wrapped up into one. So he analyzes every little thing, and he can like describe every little thing in his own little philosophical way and with his opinion and all these different things. And I am similar to that. I'm not as in depth with it, but I definitely get that from him for sure. Okay. What is your biggest regret? I don't really have, like, there's things that you kind of look back and you're thinking, maybe I could have done that differently, but to really go to the extent to say I regret it, no, because I feel like every experience I've been through and every decision I've made, every mistake I've made has shaped me in some way or has taught me a valuable lesson. So, but the one thing I would have done sooner is I would have started my business. That's the one thing I would have started, because growing up, I didn't really have people in my family, aside from my brother, I didn't have people in my family that owned like their own business and stuff like that. So I didn't really have that that example to look at. So when I started, although I knew coming out of high school, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do, but I knew that for a little while I'd probably need to work and gain some experience and figure out what I want. And then once I do, I would definitely jump into doing a business. I just, like, I was scared. I was nervous. I was like, well, what if this doesn't happen? Or what if I can't pay my bills? And what if I'm living on the street? And all of these doubts and all these fears were setting in. And it's not that they weren't valid things, but at the end of the day, valid or not, there's plenty of people that start businesses and they go through the same trials and tribulations and stresses and anxiety and frustrations, but it doesn't stop them. They keep going. So that's the only thing I wish. I wish I had started my businesses sooner. So if any of you out there are thinking about starting a business, stop thinking. Do it. What is the most important thing in your life? I got three. I got three things that are like up there, right? So for me, my relationship with God is really important, and I don't say that in like a religious way, like I'm going to church every Sunday and all these things. I mean, like, it's important to me that I have like a relationship, like I talk to him, I have faith, I trust, I let him actually guide my decisions and my steps. I don't go off of just how I feel in that moment, because we all know our feelings, they're just like, they're never stable. Like, right? But that's the one thing I can be sure of. Like, I know that if he's leading me in a direction, even though it might be bumpy, even though it might be rocky, I know I will get to where I need to go. I just need to have faith and belief that that's what's going to happen. So my relationship with God is important. My family is really important. I don't get to talk to and see them as often as I'd like, but when I am around my family, I maximize my time with them. Like, I'm not that person to be around my family and be like on my phone doing stuff or whatever. Like, I want to talk to them, I want to hang out with them, I want us to do things. That's why last year, so not, okay, 2016, I started doing this thing with my nieces and nephews, because I have like 13 of them, and they range in ages. I think I have like 2 great nephews now, so I think there's 13 of them all together. And I started this thing where I wanted to just get them all together. We all just hang out, do something fun, and bond. And also it gives them an opportunity to be around their cousins more often, because they range in ages. Some of them, my oldest ones are, my niece is turning 26 on the 20th. So there's the 26-year-old, and it trickles down to like 2-year-olds. So sometimes everyone's just doing their own thing, living their life and everything. So they're not present. We don't get together the way we used to, just because of time, and there's just so many of us. So I like to bring them together. The first time we did this, we went to an obstacle course, and it was so much fun. I wasn't able to get all of them, but I think it was 6 or 7 of us all together went, and it was fun. We got to bond and just be around each other, and then we went out to go grab something to eat. That's always the thing. We do something fun, and then we go out, we get something to eat, and we chill and chit-chat with one another and stuff. Technically it would have been this year, because we went in the beginning of January. I was able to get 9, 10 of them together, and we did trampoline dodgeball. Oh, it was so fun. My arms, they were so sore. My legs were sore. Like, this was after the fact. It was amazing. It was fun. We had a great time. But and then afterwards we went to grab something to eat, and we chit chat and we just hang out. So I like to do things like that, and this year I'm going to do more of that. Like, I've already told them I want to try and do something every few months. Granted, one of my nieces, she goes to school in the States, so she's not always here, and I always try to make sure that when she comes, we definitely get together, because she's only here like 2 times out of the year or something like that. So yeah. So family. And the third thing, it may seem like, but authenticity. I am, you know how they say people, like, a person who wears their heart on their sleeve or something? I am the kind of person where what you see is what you get. Like, I can't fake anything. I can't be fake. I can't pretend that I'm okay when I'm not. I can't pretend that I'm happy when I'm not. I can't pretend that I enjoy this environment or I feel comfortable here when I'm not. I can't put it on. Like, I might be able to fake a smile or hold my composure in a moment of like you really bothering me or pissing me off or something. I could do that, but my face tells you all. Like, my face just is like, no, we're not having that. I'm just gonna go. Like, I can't fake it. My face will totally give it away. Totally give it away. So It's really important to me that I'm always authentic, because I don't feel like I'm of any real use to anyone when I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. And to be honest with you, I don't want people to like me or be around me or help me in any way if it's not genuine, if it's not coming from a genuine place. I give authenticity and I seek it. I give integrity and I seek it. So the things that I ask, when I say I want you to do XYZ, or I would appreciate if you were honest with me, or whatever the case may be, like, I go above and beyond to make sure that I'm doing that tenfold for you. Am I perfect? No. Do I make mistakes? Yes. So I'm not saying I'm hero holier than thou and I don't make mistakes, but I try really, really, really hard that anything I ask anyone, trust and believe, I'm giving you 100 times what I ask you. So that's why I think sometimes I'll get disappointed very easily, and I've had to learn over the years how to deal with that, because I expect so much from people because I give so much. But yeah, authenticity is really important to me. I can't even handle fakeness around me. Like, I just tune out. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want this video to be too long. It's already pretty long. Yes, I'm just here, I'm chilling. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have a video that you would like me to do, or you have a question you want me to ask, because I'd love to make a video and just answer a specific question that someone has, boom, that'd be perfect. Easy peasy. Yeah, that's all I got. Yeah. New videos every Thursday, every Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, of course. And yeah. Alright, guys.